G'day there folks, Andrew Griffiths here. Thanks again for being part of Speaker School, coming along to learn how to become a better speaker and all that that means. Today what I'd like to talk about for a few minutes is this concept of being successful for a speaker over a long period of time. Now, you've heard me wax on lyrical. I've been a speaker for decades. In reality, I was speaking for well over 40 years. But in the traditional sense of speaking, I've been doing that for about 25 years, doing keynotes at conferences, things like that. And I get asked all the time this question, so how do you be successful as a speaker for 25 years or more? I talk about it with friends of mine, Keith Abraham, and I have waxed on lyrical about it. I think there are 5 key things that we need to do as speakers for longevity. Okay, so first one, number one, very simply, is you got to build an incredible brand. Now, you go to my website, you see all of my stuff. I'm a branding guy. I'm a marketing guy, and I've invested, in building a world-class brand because the clients that I want to work with are world-class organizations. So my brand is constantly adapting, constantly evolving, constantly, it's current, it's fresh. I'm just doing a brand refresh again at the moment, but I work to consciously make a world-class brand. Now, the brand is not just the look and feel. It's on a website. It's also my dress. I get new suits every year. I make sure that I look the part. How I act is a part of my brand, I'm constantly, I leave the house and my brand is on show. I've spent years building my personal brand. It's my greatest asset. I protect it ferociously. So you want to be successful as a speaker for a long, long time. Number one, build and maintain an exceptional brand. Okay, simple as that. Number two, what's the second thing we need to do? Treat your speaking like it's a business, not like it's a hobby. Now, I've spoken about this many, many times. If it's just a bit of a sideline, if it's just something you do here and there every once in a while, it's a hobby. You treat it like a hobby, that's all it will ever be. But if you treat it like a business, and that means, you've got to know what your profit margins are. You've got to have marketing plans. You've got to have a sales strategy. You've got to have material, collateral, the brand, all of those things. Your chances of being successful as a speaker for a long period of time are greatly increased. So treat your speaking like a business, not like a hobby. Okay, number 3, constantly, and I mean constantly, adapt and evolve to make sure that you're staying relevant as a speaker. So what I was talking about 25 years ago is obviously different to what I speak about today. Ironically, there are similar themes, and I always say the difference is that now I believe what I'm saying a lot more. I've got that 25 years of extra history. But we have to be constantly adapting and evolving with our topic, with our branding, with our messaging, with our marketing, etc. But if you're getting up on stage and you're just saying the same things that you were saying 5 years ago or 10 years ago, to be honest, you're going to start to see bookings decrease because people go, oh, I've kind of heard that. I've heard Andrew's message there. I've seen that, there's nothing new. You've got to be showing that you are constantly coming up with new things, new titles, new ideas, new, whatever it might be. For me, I really tie in my books with that. So every 3 years or so, 3 to 4 years, roughly, I have a new book come out. That's what my new speaking topics are around. It reinvigorates me and it reinvigorates my speaking as well. But I'm also constantly researching my topic, updating my stories, my anecdotes, everything that's going to my presentations. What else are people talking about? Who are my competitors? I'm constantly adapting and evolving because I know that I need to. Number 4, build relationships, right? Speakers, I don't know how to count, but number 4, build relationships with your clients, all right? People are booking you. You want to be able to go back year after year at the same conferences, coming up with new ideas. The people that I speak for are coming to me all the time going, hey Andrew, what are you going to talk about at the conference this year? I'm a part of that. They might ring me and say, hey, what do you think we should do as a theme? I'm a trusted advisor. I build relationships with the people that I do speaking jobs for, okay? It's not just a one-off transaction. I'm always building a longer-term relationship, which means that I do get more speaking jobs and more referrals as a result of doing that. Very few speakers are good at doing it. So that's a really major missed opportunity. And then of course, number 5, you've got to invest time in your speaking. So you've got to invest time, you've got to invest money, you've got to put resources, whatever they might be, into developing your skills, into developing your actual business, into marketing, into everything to do with your business as a speaker is going to require investment. You open a restaurant, you're going to invest in it. You know, you start a coaching business, you're going to have to invest in it. Putting speaker in your email signature is not enough, right? That doesn't make you a speaker. You've got to be prepared to invest and invest all the time. I invest more today than I probably ever invested in developing my skills, my business, my collateral, my marketing, all the rest of it, because I know that it gives me this great return, okay? So that's my 5 points. If you really want to be successful as a speaker for a long period of time, number 1, develop a world-class brand and keep modifying it and keep it evolving all the time. Number 2, treat your speaking like it's a business, okay? Don't treat it like a hobby, treat it like a hobby, it's all it's ever gonna be. Number 3, work every single day to stay relevant. Adapt and evolve is what that's all about. Utilize your books if you're an author as well. Number 4, build great relationships with your customers, the people that book you, and stay connected, stay communicating, stay current with them, and they're the ones who refer you, but also they'll actually book you time and time again. And then number 5, be prepared to invest in your speaking, okay? Be prepared to invest time, money, resources, whatever it might be, to become better as a speaker. The number 1 part of that is probably your skills. The better you get delivering on stage, the more likely you are to build that reputation that's going to enable you to have a 25, 35, 45 year history. All right, bit of food for thought in there, folks, and I want to say thank you. Any ideas, any kind of things you would like me to talk about in these videos, or any questions you've got, remember you can always shoot me through an email, make a comment in here, and I will gladly share my thoughts and views with you as well. All right, that's it for now. Andrew Griffiths, over and out.